All right, let's get right into it. We all have that one hard, important thing we know we should be doing, but, actually starting it, man, that's the real battle, isn't it? So think of this as our coaching session. We're going to unpack a really solid, battle-tested blueprint to help you finally override your brain's resistance and actually get things done.
Oh yeah, you know this one. Your brain just whispers it to you, and it sounds so reasonable, right? Just 5 more minutes. But then, bam, suddenly it's 2 in the morning, you're eating cold pizza, and somehow you've just spent 47 minutes reading about why pigeons bob their heads when they walk. Don't ask me how, it just happens.
Yeah, of course it does. We have all been there. And what do? We beat ourselves up. We tell ourselves we're just lazy or that we lack discipline. But listen, what if I told you that that just wasn't true? What if the problem isn't you at all, but the ancient wiring inside your head? Okay, this is the big idea. This is the foundational concept we absolutely have to get. You are not procrastinating because you're broken. Let me say that again. You're not broken. You're procrastinating because your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. So let's reframe this whole thing. The myth is you're lazy or you lack discipline. The truth? Your brain is a total comfort junkie. It isn't trying to sabotage you. Its number one job, its prime directive, is to avoid anything uncomfortable, hard, or unfamiliar. It's a survival mechanism, pure and simple. And wow, do our brains get creative with these distractions, don't they? It's almost hilarious. Like, you need to work out? Suddenly the kitchen has never looked dirtier in your entire life. Got a huge project due? Well, the history of bubble wrap is now the most fascinating topic on the planet. Your brain will find any comfortable task to avoid a hard one. So here is the why. This is the crucial point. Your brain evolved to keep you safe from, lions and starvation, not to build a business or write an essay. To your ancient brain, a difficult, uncertain task feels exactly like a threat. So it just screams, nope, let's go chill, and it pushes you back towards safety and comfort. Okay, but here's the good news. We can absolutely override this default setting. And that's where this ancient, really battle-tested strategy comes in. It's called the lotus method, and it's named for the flower that has to push through all that mud before it can bloom. It's a 5-step blueprint to work with your brain's wiring, not against it. That's the key. So where do we start? Well, the first and most important battle happens right between your ears. So the first 3 steps, the foundation of this whole thing, are all about mastering your inner game, your mindset. Okay, so we're gonna focus on 3 things. Awareness, that's about catching the scam. Flow, which is about not fighting it. And stillness, sharpening the blade. These are the foundations. So let's break down exactly what each of those means. All right, step 1 is awareness. In Buddhism, they have this amazing term for this state, the monkey mind. That restless, unsettled brain that just jumps from thought to avoid any discomfort. The first step is just to catch it in the act. That's it. When you feel that urge to check Instagram instead of working, you just pause and say, nice try, brain, I see what you're doing. Just naming it, that simple act, shifts control back to the logical part of your brain. Okay, now for step 2, flow. Look, most of us try to fight resistance head on, right? We try to brute force our way through procrastination. And this is what it feels like. You're trying to push a car with square wheels. It's just exhausting and you burn out almost immediately. It doesn't work. So instead of fighting the river, we learn to swim with it. Don't tell your brain, I must finish this massive project today. That's a huge threat. Instead, just tell it, you know what, I'll just start with 10 minutes. Don't say, I have to write this 20-page report. Just commit to opening the document and writing for 10 minutes. See, these small tasks, they fly right under the brain's threat radar. And the best part, once you start, you get a little hit of dopamine, and that's what builds momentum. And finally, step 3, stillness. I want you to imagine trying to cut wood with a chainsaw that's just shaking violently. That is your brain on a normal day. So just 5 to 10 minutes of quiet stillness. I mean, no phone, no music, just you existing. It allows all that mud in your mind to settle. In a calmer brain, it sees hard tasks as puzzles to be solved, not threats to run away from. Okay, on to the 4th step. Once you've got your inner game sorted out, now we can start taking clear, focused, intentional action. The key here is this number, 1, just 1. 1 high-impact task per day, not 10, not 5, 1. Before you even think about looking at your email, you ask yourself, what is the one thing that will move the needle most today? And then you give that single task your undivided attention for a set period. It's how you eat the elephant, 1 slice at a time. Think of it like this, right? A Shaolin monk doesn't learn every martial art at once. They perfect 1 punch, then another, then another. This is about deep focus, not multitasking. which, let's be honest, is just a myth for switching between a bunch of tasks really poorly. 2 hours of this kind of deep, single-task work is way more productive than 6 hours of distracted, shallow work. I'm telling you, it's a modern-day superpower.
And this brings us to the final and maybe the most crucial step of the method. This is what ties it all together and makes it stick for the long haul. You have to trust the bloom. Real growth is never instant. Just like this lotus flower, you have to push through the mud day after day. And honestly, this is the hardest part for most people because we want results now. But impatience is just another form of resistance. It's your brain's last-ditch effort to get you to stop doing the hard thing. You have to stop yanking on the flower and just trust that it will bloom when it's ready.
Because progress, it works just like compounding interest. I mean, on day 1, the task feels impossibly huge, and your brain is screaming at you to stop. But by week 2, you're noticing those little 10-minute wins are starting to add up. By month 1, you've built some real momentum, and the habit feels more natural. And then, somewhere around month 3, the growth blooms. Suddenly look back, and you just can't believe how far you've come. Consistency, that's what gets you there. So here it is, your cheat sheet. This is the blueprint. Number 1, catch your brain's scam. 2, flow with resistance by starting small. 3, practice stillness every day to calm the noise. 4, focus on just one high-impact slice. And 5, and this is the big one, be patient with the bloom. This is how hard things stop feeling like torture and start feeling like progress. Okay, our coaching session is over. Now, the real work begins. Your brain is going to resist it first. That's a guarantee. But with this method, you can start working with it, not against it. So I'll leave you with this one question to act on right now.